Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekend reading. So this is for the 17th, 18th and 19th of July. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love to have you on board. If the video resonates, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Please, if you're interested in doing classes in July or August, check out the classes I'm running during that time. Some of them will not be available again. I'm going to completely revamp how I do classes for September. So all the learning. So I know what people want. I know, like, you know, now when's the best times. And I'm still honouring the ones I've got out there. But I'll do them completely different for September. If you'd like a personal reading from me, I can do these all over the world. I do use Zoom, Skype, Messenger, WhatsApp and phone for those in Australia. I started doing face-to-face readings here in Australia, but I have sort of held back a little bit because the infections sort of got a little bit out of control here after we pretty much stopped it completely. So I don't know what happened there. And the other thing, of course, if you'd like to donate, the details are below the video. If you want to donate gifts or cards, what I normally do is somebody asks me for an address, I just give them my address. So, all right, I think that's everything. I feel like I've missed something. It's okay, I'll get there. I slept right through last night. I did not have a break in my sleep. I slept from like about 9 o'clock through till 5 o'clock this morning. And you know, sometimes because I've got readings early, I'll set the alarm. And I think in my life, I've probably only had to be woken by an alarm maybe half a dozen times tops, without any word of a lie. Because I always wake up, if I know I need to wake up at a certain time, my body's really good at doing that. I really only set it when I've got something really important to do, and it makes me more worried that I'm going to miss it. So I set the alarm and it woke me up this morning. I think if the alarm hadn't woke me up this morning, I probably would have slept through the personal readings that I had to do. So I'm a little, I feel really good. Oh my goodness, I feel so good because I've slept through. It's amazing. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles coming through here. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. They can represent Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but definitely represent their energy. So more strategic, more, you know, planning, trying to do things in a certain way. So they don't want to get it wrong. They want to be, whoever this is with this offer, wants to make sure they get it right. So they've been doing a lot of thinking about how to make and how to present this offer. For some of you, being it's a pentacle, it could be to do with a job offer, a work offer, but it's something tangible, something more long-term, something stable. Because it's coming as a pentacle, it sort of wears the energy of the earth sign. So very, very practical, long-lasting offer. Okay, so we have the Devil card. How very interesting. The Devil card talks, oh, I love the Devil card. It talks, it's a Capricorn card. Why wouldn't I? It talks about ego. It talks about obsession, anything that's done to a degree that's perhaps a little unhealthy. But it certainly talks about being obsessed or being chained to something. Maybe being chained to something that's not healthy would be the most overall energy I can get from it. It's doing things to extremes. I feel you've either got someone who's obsessing about how to approach you about something, or you've got someone who's really obsessed with you. We could see that as being a little unhealthy, but the thing is, with the Devil card, it's not all that bad. It's just something we need to be aware of. The devil can be, you know, being obsessed with, you know, being overweight, or, you know, having too much on your plate. It's just an obsession. So I feel that somebody here is feeling very obsessed. Look at my nail, sorry, nail break. Disaster. There's somebody here who's totally obsessed. But I'm not sure if they're obsessed with you or whether they're obsessed with the journey of getting an offer to you. So perhaps a little preoccupied would be the way to go. Okay, so you could be dealing with the King of Swords, a Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. But I'm inclined to think with the Devil energy that you've got someone who's really up in their heads, overthinking things, overanalyzing, trying to sort of put things in a very orderly way so they don't get it wrong. Whoever this person is, they're really going to a lot of trouble to make sure that they approach you in the right way, or you know, they don't want to get it wrong. So they could be a very highly strung, nervous person, but they don't want to get it wrong. They want to make sure they get it right this time. Okay, or this time. I don't know why I said that, because it could be a first time for some of you. Okay, and then we have the Five of Pentacles coming through with the Two of Swords. Okay, and then the Empress card. There's a very strong feeling here that there is some sort of energy of whether or not this offer is something that you want. Definitely an energy of, you know, needing to think about it, needing to ponder on it, needing to really work through why it doesn't feel right for you. It could be that, you know, whatever this is being offered to you isn't exactly what you want at this time in your life. It could be that the person who's offering isn't the right person for you. But there's sort of this feeling here that you are feeling a little bit like the offer's not what you want, not the shape you want, not the size you want, and perhaps, you know, feeling a little bit disappointed. Let's put it that way. So let's get some more information. Okay, so we have the Chariot coming out, card of Cancer. The Chariot is a card that talks about forward movement, but it is after a period of sort of being stuck. Now, what we see here is the car's obviously not moving, otherwise she wouldn't be sitting on the back of it. So there's a feeling here that there is sort of a pause here. And this gives rise to the fact that you may have been waiting for this offer so that you can move forward. So something has you sort of stuck here. And it could be that you've been waiting for somebody to come in and make an offer. Maybe you've had some dealings with this person. Maybe you knew that they would come forward, but there's a feeling here that you are waiting to move forward, but at the moment you're at a bit of a standstill here. All right, let's get some more information. There we go. Oh, I always go the wrong way. I've got to learn how to do this. I always say it's like backing a trailer into a driveway. You have to do everything the opposite way around. All right, we have the Three of Pentacles. So what I feel here is that you've been putting a lot of work into perhaps building your own, it could be building your own empire, it could be that you've been on your own healing, doing a lot of healing work. But a really strong feeling here that perhaps you've come quite far on your journey, and maybe that the offer you're receiving doesn't sort of fit in with your long-term plans. So if you're being offered, for example, a job, and you've been doing a lot of training, a lot of studying, maybe the job you're being offered, you don't think it's at high enough level anymore. But there's some sort of feeling here that you have put a lot of work into yourself. I knew something was missing. Putting a lot of work into yourself to really understand your direction. I just feel that this offer's coming at the wrong time. It's just not the right offer. Maybe it's too late for some people. All right, so we have the Hanged Man here. So there's definitely this feeling of needing to take time out to make a review. I don't think you want to say no to the offer yet. Let's put it that way. I don't think you want to say no, because even though it doesn't sort of fit with your current plans, it's still something you want to think about or ponder. Definitely. Trying to get a different idea of which way to go. Yeah, it's got you all up in your head now. So it could be that for some of you, you'd given up on this particular person or situation. You may have pushed it aside, so now it's come back in. It's sort of confused you. and you're not sure which way to go or how to accept it. I just get this feeling that you're just like, why now? Why now? You know, after all, why now am I being offered this? But you don't want to say no, because I think that at some stage or another you wanted this. So it's like, I can't quite work out how to go forward with this now. Sorry, nose run. No COVID. Oh, so I have blown my nose. Hay fever. I get it all year round. Okay, so then we have the Three of Wands coming through, which is about looking towards the future. Ah, rightio, High Priestess. Okay, now I'm sort of getting the energy. Okay, then we have the Queen of Wands coming through here. I think this is about really understanding whether this particular offer fits in with your future plans. I feel that perhaps in the past you may have, you know, accepted something because it's sort of, you know, it may have been that something was offered. If it had been offered in the past, it would have been more suitable. So if it's a job, it sort of makes sense to me that perhaps you've outgrown what you wanted to do, you know, some time ago. Maybe this is a job coming around again for some of you that you applied for, say, 6 months ago, and now after this, you know, world pause or world lapse, maybe you've just had a different, you might have been doing some training, you might have decided to go in a completely different direction. That's what it feels like. For others of you, if this is romance here, which I'm not sure that it is because there's not a whole lot of cups here, so it feels very sort of strategic and, you know, it could be something like somebody's coming to offer you a house or, you know, a property or something. But whatever this is, you've passed it. You're not really sure that you want it anymore. And you're really understanding your intuition here. So this work that you've been doing on yourself may have been about you evolving and understanding, you know, how to use your intuition, because you're looking here for, you may be sort of wondering if there's something more going on that meets the surface too. Sometimes when we're given offers, if they haven't come or they don't come in the shape we're in, we may get a little suspicious that something's being hidden from us, or, you know, something isn't being really presented in a healthy way. But there's this feeling here that you're really sort of investigating, is this something I want? Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups coming out here, which is, oh, okay. With the Queen of Swords, we have 3 queens here. We have 3 queens showing up in this reading. 3 queen energies. All right, I'm going to put another card down. I might get some more cards on this 10 of Swords. Whatever this is, you're closing it down. You're closing it down. You're making a decision not to... Oh, I forgot to do the little mini read. Sorry. You're closing it down. You're deciding here not to progress this offer, whatever it is. You're closing out some sort of cycle. So I think this offer's come at a time when you're making changes in your life, or coming at a time when you were trying to do maybe different things. So like I said, if it's a job, it might be coming in at a time when you've decided to change the direction. You may have realized a life dream. You may have, with this intuition High Priestess card, you may have started to really think about what direction do you want to go in. Okay, so we have the Fool card jumping out of the deck at me after the 10 of Swords. So for some of you, this is because you want to go in a completely different direction. For others of you, this might send you in a different direction. It gives you an opportunity to close something out and start again. And it could be about closing this offer, this person, this situation down, because you feel that you're following. In this card, the animal is a cat. In the traditional tarot, this is a dog. So it very gives rise to this whole feeling of following your intuition. Following your own path here. Making a decision. I feel like it's going to take a little while to come to this conclusion, because I feel very strongly here that perhaps some of you want to accept this offer, but it's just not fitting in with what you've wanted. And I have this strange feeling, because you've done this work on yourself, that opportunities are going to come flying at you now, and it will be, you know, does this fit in with what I want now? Am I going in the right direction? Whereas perhaps you would have just followed your logical mind before and accepted it because it was the right thing to do. I feel like now, yeah, look, definitely closing down the offer and moving forward. There may be some regrets here about going in that direction, but the Temperance card is here. So I'm feeling like this, whatever this is for you, it's coming at a time where you've got everything together, where you're feeling really good about life, you've got your direction, you may be starting to really progress, really enjoy the journey. You may have decided to move in a different direction. So you may have decided to give up the work you were doing because it was no longer satisfying and moving towards a different career or a different way of doing things. And I feel like this, whatever this offer is here, it's just, it might confuse you. It may give rise to whether you should accept the offer and move forward with it. But at the end of the day, there's a really strong feeling here that you're going to move forward. We do have 3 Queens coming through, which I think is quite interesting. So I feel that there's some sort of confusion here about where this offer is coming from, what has been behind this offer. Very much a feeling of perhaps, you know, having to sort of pull in all the resources here to move forward. So, you know, this is sort of like, you know, handling things with love, being practical, but also speaking out and saying what you really feel. I don't think this is I don't think this is people. I think it's you, you know, working all of your energies here to make sure that you make the right decision. But there's definitely a moving away from this energy, a definite feeling that, you know, the time is right with the Temperance card to move forward on your own path. Alrighty, let's get an oracle card for you and see if we can get a little bit of advice from Spirit. Oh, and it flipped straight out. Let's take that one. All right, so this is ideas preserved, non-action and entitlement. It's the Ice Queen. Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. We love the Lion, the Witch, the Wardrobe. Well, us people with these big imaginations. All right, let me read that to you. The Ice Queen has come to block your movement for your highest good. Let your ideas be preserved until later. You can thaw them out and use them at another time when they will best serve. The realm of the Ice Queen is the place of non-action, and now is a perfect time to take a look at how far you've come and to ask yourself for reclarification of your highest goals. Not all of your plans can be accomplished at this moment. In fact, putting them on ice allows for the perfect timing later on. Don't be too hasty in trying to reach your goal. An even better one will present itself if you surrender and spend the winter with the Ice Queen. Perhaps too, you're trying to do too many things at once. This is a good occasion to choose only one thing to focus on and let the Ice Queen put the others in the deep freeze until a more appropriate time. She'll let you know when it's time to let them thaw. So I think for many of you here, you may take your time in making a decision here. So maybe it's sort of a, you know, a really good time to put this decision on ice and just wait until you're ready. Maybe you ask for more time. Maybe that's why you're pulling in all your resources here to say to someone, I'm not ready at the moment. However, I'd like to have a really good think about it. I'll get back to you. All right, have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.